I know, I think the first day we went in at Phuc Gate, and we made our way along that little back road down to Pretoria's Kop, where we had the Wimpy breakfast, and then from there we made our way back up to Kruger.
Summer holidays in Hanoi, and all the kids have gone to be with their families and their grandparents, and it's time for the mass exodus of the expat teacher. Saying goodbye is always never easy, and once again it was time for Irina and myself to part for a little while as she heads off to her home country, Ukraine, and I head off to South Africa with my sister.
You're gonna miss me? I'm gonna miss you too. So much.
This is my first time home in a very long time, and I haven't seen my dad in over a year.
Hey Sarah.
While I was out there, I got the chance to spend some quality time with my family. So for today's vlog, you're coming along with me to a place where I actually spent many of my childhood vacations, and it's still one of my favorite places on this planet, the Kruger National Park. We spent 2 days in the park, and the goal is always to try and spot one of the big five, meaning either a lion, elephant, buffalo, leopard, or rhinoceros. Hey guys, this week I am in the Kruger Park with my family in South Africa at the moment. Day one was pretty uneventful. We started off at Phuc Gate and made our way down to Pretoria's Kop for some breakfast. So far we've seen a lot of buffalo, we saw elephant, zebra, impala, waterbuck, hippos. Yeah, we're still looking for some cats though. We did see something sad. We saw the remnant of some poaching earlier. We came across a buffalo which had a snare wrapped around its leg, which was actually terrible. It was limping, it couldn't walk properly. It just brought things home and made it really real for us. You know, you can see that this poaching thing is a real thing. Now, poaching has always been something that you hear people talk about, and it's kind of like this conspiracy theory that you don't know how big of a problem it actually is. And it's never really been real to me until we came on this trip, and as we went around a few twists and turns on this dirt road, we came up to this herd of buffalo, and you couldn't help but notice the one in the background straddling along, trying to keep up with the rest of the herd. And on further inspection, you could see there was a wire snare cutting into his back leg, strangling all the blood circulation. He couldn't walk properly, and he was just staring at us as if he was just begging for us to help. And apart from calling the game rangers, which we did do, we could do nothing about it.
As far as I know, I think the first day we went in at Phuc Gate, then we made our way along that little back road down to Pretoria's Kop, where we had the Wimpy breakfast, And then from there we made our way back up to Skukuza. And then I think going back the next day, that same day we went out at Pabeni Gate again. And then the second day we went into Kruger, we went in at Pabeni again. But I think then we went up to Skukuza, went down to Lower Sabi, and then went out at Crocodile Bridge. That's to the best of my recollection. Anyhow, maybe send me some pics and I'll see as well.
That's where you get your tickets. There's the entrance. Day 2 at the park. Hopefully we see a few more animals today. I managed to make a new friend. You always make new friends at these places. Here we go. So today we have seen elephants, hippos, wildebeest, crocs, cheetahs, fish eagles, one of them, and a monkey.
Monkey. It's not even looking at me, it's looking out there.
It's looking at you. And we're listening to some good music. Zebras. Hey guys.
Stop so you can get a picture at least. Oh, check this one line down in the grass. Oh, beautiful.
Day 2 was off to a much more exciting start. Shortly after we entered the park that morning, we stopped at a watering hole only to find a hive of activity. On one side of the water, there was a herd of elephants approaching us, and far on the other side of the water, you could see 2 cheetahs stalking an impala. It was much too far for me to capture on camera with my little lens, but what I did get was some great shots of these elephants, and what a beautiful sight it was. Basically, is it the biggest national? Yes, the Kruger Park is South Africa's largest national park and spans across 19,455 square kilometers, about the same size as Israel. And thank you, Google, for making me sound so intelligent. Every year, the park sees almost 1.7 million tourists, and although yes, it's a place for everyone, it always feels like my place, like a home away from home where I can always go and find solace. And a place that takes me right back to my childhood, sitting in the back seat, without a care in the world, trying to spot a lion. Just went back to the car to get the other binocs. There was a leopard which just caught an impala right there as we were sitting there. It's been quite a cool day. We've seen all of the big 5 so far. We even saw cheetahs today, which is not part of the big 5, but it was awesome. Let's try to figure this out. We came in here, made our way across to Skukuza, went down to Lower Sabi, that's where we are now. And then next I think we'll come out here by Crocodile Bridge before we head to our accommodation for the night. Let's go see if that leopard's still around. Let's go straight to
Crocodile Bridge is 35.
Waterfall, right?
Right.
Yeah, let's just check here quickly because it's kind of a nice clear opening. I'll try to get as close as possible to the water, okay? Let's try to
Jump out this one. Is that a tortoise?
No, that's at the road.
ooh, monkeys. The baboons and the boonies.
Oh, and a hippo walking in the water.
Whoa, wow. Would you mind to
What?
film this guy?
No, I don't know how to do that.
Push the record button and take the lens cap off. First take the lens cap off.
Oh, he's running away.
Yeah, it's running, eh?
There's nothing.
He's gone.
They're the fastest, eh? Yeah.
That's just how these things go, right?
You just see him.
Oh, listen.
It's been, quite an eventful day.
Let's go forward.
They go there.
Is he running his little... Excuse me. Okay.
Apart from the moment where we came face to face with this fearless creature, this mysterious being, this beautiful hyena, there were a few things that stood out for me on this trip, and I think firstly is that our wildlife in South Africa is in serious danger. And as long as I have a platform to speak to my brothers and sisters here in Vietnam, I will always try my best to shed light on the harm that comes from rhino horn trafficking. Now, the last thing that hit me so hard and just stayed with me after this trip is the fact that I have one incredible family and I really miss spending quality time with them.
That's a
Great setting. Fantastic. Thanks, Dad. Good morning, everybody. Packed up our bags this morning, had a nice stay over in Phuc, the town where my mother was born. This place is actually so beautiful. The Kruger River Lodge. If you do get to stay up here, it's got such a stunning view. That's actually the Kruger Park that we're looking into right now. And you'll definitely be able to spot animals from out here. Stopped off here at Malalan. There's a bridge here. I don't know if it's called Malalan Bridge. You're basically in the Kruger Park without being in the Kruger Park, so you get to see all this wildlife. Before, we've seen wild dog chasing impala just right there, wild dog chasing impala all the way around onto that island and eventually into the water, and then a croc chased it. You see some real action here sometimes. Oh, it's so beautiful. I could sit out here for hours. There's a hippo taking a stroll on the edge of the bank. There's a few crocs. There's a croc and there's a croc. If you do ever come to the Kruger Park, make sure you have binoculars with you. You come here in the winter when all the greenery is kind of died off. You always end up seeing more wildlife in the winter. Just there's more visibility and the animals come to the hot roads, so that really helps. That car is so smashed in front. We generally tend to see more animals during the winter. And then yeah, you want to try to stay a few more days. If you can stay at least 5 days, really amazing to see this place exactly as it was when it was first discovered. Dad, you don't want to come here without binoculars. Also, if you're going to bring a lens out here, anything from 200 on, a nice telescopic lens probably will do the trick. Here's a croc making its way into the water. And bam, he's in. Where is he off to? They're so sneaky. What you looking at, Dad? It's so cool to be able to see into the water like that.
Not many people have the privilege of seeing that in the world.
Yeah, true story. So many crocs out here, hey? How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on that one bank. Hello, Mum.
Hi, see the Jesus bird? See that bird there? It's a jacana. He walks on water.
Oh,
Yeah.
so many fish playing with their lives, just chilling by the croc.
Yo, that's cute, yeah? That outmoved.
Okay, show me from the beginning. Anyway, I'm gonna go get the car now and we're gonna carry on with our journey. Just wanted to let you guys know that I am in South Africa and I'm having a great time. I'll be back in Vietnam in about 2 weeks' time. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog today. That's all for now. Next week I'll show you some of the city or the town where I grew up next week. We don't know if it's going to be next week. We all know that Daniel takes forever to edit. So maybe it's the week after that or the week after that. But it will happen. Anyway, have a fabulous week and I'll be seeing you guys soon. Bye-bye. Living abroad, it's easy to somehow distance yourself from your roots in a way as you try and redefine yourself in this international setting and navigate your way through the melting pot. This trip back home and to the Kruger Park in particular was just a great reminder of who I am, where I come from, and who I will always be. And no matter what anyone tries to call me, I will always be a South African, and you just can't get that out of me. South Africa is so deeply rooted inside of me, and you cannot take that away from me.